Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. We'll get rolling here in just a minute after I make sure the stream's coming through all right. Hope you all are having a great Sunday evening. Good fun here in these parts of West Tennessee. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Biological, spiritual, interpersonal, all sorts of ways. Appreciate all of you. Hope you all had a good time celebrating the mothers in your life today, past or present. What's up, Steve? What's up, Derek, Steve? Good to see you all. All right, stream's looking good on YouTube. Make sure Facebook's good. Then we'll get popping with these 2 cool breaks. All right, Facebook looks good. So that means we've got 55 tops. We got 55 Bowman. 55 tops sold out in like a flash. Sorry to those of you who didn't get in on that one. Tops demand outpaced the Bowman for sure, but we got them both sold out. So appreciate all of you who snagged spots in those. Should be good fun. Right. What's up, Marty? Andy? Good deal. Let's see. Down to maybe 6 of these. We got some more repacks coming your way. June. Summer full of some pretty cool vintage repacks. So would like to finish these last 6 out. If you anybody's interested, go ahead and snag those. But we won't drag our feet around here. What's up, Roy? Get my spreadsheet moved over. Right. Then we'll talk a little bit about this set before we hop into the actual break here. So if you're unfamiliar with this checklist, 4 cards do not exist in the print. They're printed to number 210. Only 206 cards though, so that was reflected. We sold 206 sold 205 spots, gave one away. But you can see, since these don't exist, once we get down to 175, you can see that the 175th card in the break is card number 176. So don't let that confuse you. It gets off, by 2 and then 3 and then 4 by the time we get to Duke, who's the 206th card, even though he's card number 210. However many spots you bought, that's how many times your name is in this list. We had a limit of 10 spots per person. Congrats to Huntin' the South, excuse me, on Twitter for winning the free spot in this one. Do get in on those free spot giveaways, Burl Sports, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, or whatever we're calling it now. So yeah, every spot gets a card. We randomize our list of names, paste the randomized list right next to this checklist. So whoever comes out in spot number 1 gets Dusty Rhodes. Whoever comes out spot number 2 gets Ted Williams, and so on. And what we won't do is we won't read through all 206 cards. We'll read the big hits. Then we'll publish the full list sorted by participant as soon as the broadcast is over. Let's see. Yeah, this comes to the point where I need your help deciding how many times we're going to randomize this list. Let's do between or including 5 and 10. Third number in the chat is how many times we will randomize the top set. Fourth number in the chat is how many times we'll randomize the Bowman. All right, let me move this over so you can count with me. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Marty. Get a couple more. We'll be good to go. And if it's your first time with us, you just put a number in the chat between or including 5 and 10. Third number is how many times we'll randomize this tops list of names. I mean, a bunch of y'all said hey. There we go. Thank you very much. Thanks, Explosive. It's got us with 7 randoms on the tops. And Roy's got us with 6 randoms on the Bowman. Okay, so 7 randoms on the tops, 6 randoms on the Bowman. And here I was talking through this checklist. I don't even know if you could see it. I think it was too far off to the side. Maybe not. But anyways, 175 is where it splits up, and we start getting off as far as those numbers go. So that's how that goes. All right, but list of names here is on the left. We do use a random.org's list randomizer for all our randomization purposes. I am a human. All right, we'll make that bigger. All right, 7 randoms coming your way. There's 1. What's up, Brian? There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, we got Doug on top, Steve on bottom. Cool. I'm going to shift the view really quick so we can see bigger view of the cards. Yeah. Not that big. Yep, doing a complete set break, Brian. Every spot gets a card, so somebody's going to walk away with Koufax, Clemente, etc. Others are walking away with commons to go toward their set build or use as trade bait. Right. Dusty Rhodes up first, going to Douglas Meyer. Splendid Splinter next. Ted Williams going to Craig Zemprich. Al Kaline, card number 4. Going to Andrew Goldman. See, Newhouser, he's card number 24, so jumping up a little ways. Matt Paxton. Great registration on that Newhouser. Beautiful card. All right. Ernie Banks, card 28. Going to John Lavin. Snagging Mr. Cub. Oh, back to back for John. Getting Warren Spahn as well. Beautiful Spahn card. 55 is, of course, the first year with the horizontal design from Topps. They went back to the well in 56 as well as 1960 with the old horizontals. Hank Aaron's next, going to Doug Mazeppa. That's kind of good, a very good example of Hank. Great Jackie, SGC 4, card number 50, going to Douglas Meyer. There you go, Doug. Good stuff on Jackie. Of course, back design. Nice, clean, a little bit of stats, a little bit of bio. cartoon. Great, simple, beautiful design. All right, we're going to jump all the way up to card number 100 for Monty Irvin. Let's see, Monty is going to Anthony Mastaloni. There's old Monty. With Mr. Ted Klaszewski up next. 120, the other Ted. One to Kevin McLaughlin. That means Mr. Sanford, Sandy Koufax. What's next? Boom. Huge hit, Doug Mazeppa. Sandy Koufax rookie, SGC3. Hey, Brian, not a bother, man. BurlSports.com is the website. Releases pretty much every Friday. Couple of exceptions through the summer, but yeah, every Friday afternoon, about 4 p.m. Central Time, new breaks go live, and then broadcasts generally run on Sunday evenings. Again, a little bit of variability over the summer, especially this year. I'll let y'all know some different summer plans I've got in the next couple of weeks. Killebrew, 124. Another Hall of Fame rookie. Going to Mark Stemmerman. Yeah, every spot sold at the same price, Brian. So buy-in to this break was $30. So some folks are walking away really happy. You know, if you hit one of the big names. Hopefully, if you don't hit a big name, you at least hit something you can use in your collection in some way. Kim Boyer. Going to Matt Paxton. There you go, Matt. Well, Cardinal legend. But the idea is it kind of simulates opening up a pack. Harry Aguinness. Going to Doug Mazeppa. Doug having a big break. Here's that free spot popping up, and it's a Hall of Famer. Congrats, hunting the South. Snagging an Ed Matthews with the free spot. Great card. I mean, I don't know if I'd say always vintage, but usually vintage. The vast majority vintage. Every now and then we'll do some box breaks of like 90s stuff, or if I run into something new, we'll do something new. But and every now and then I'll do like a mixer break, you know, with a random assortment of rookie cards. And some of those may be newer guys or prospects or something, but the sets are almost always vintage. Clemente rookie going to John Lapertosa. SGC 1.5 on this Clemente. Congrats, John. Nice snag. Yeah, if you sign up for the email list, Brian, if you go to the website burlsports.com, it's you'll get a push to sign up for the email list. So I have an email list, and I also post on social media when stuff is available for purchase. Yeah, just missed, Andy. Just missed. Gil Hodges going to Patrick Sturgeon. Rizzuto. Going to Robert Morris. Oh, Willie Mays. Going to Brian Smith. There you go, Andy. You missed Clemente, but Mays is not a bad consolation prize. Good to very good condition here with that little crease. Beautiful color, though. Yogi Berra. 198. Going to Mark O. And then last hit in the 55 tops is Duke Snyder. Last card in the set, going to Steve Bauman. There you go, Steve. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. Got the Bowman up next. Bowman is always a fun set. A ton of hits that, as far as like value-wise, that we won't even show just because they're not big names. But for the set builders out there, there are a lot of those high numbers, and particularly the umpires that are worth a pretty penny. Get the view shifted back, and we'll do the random for the Bowman. We'll do, yeah, we're doing 6 randoms as we decided earlier. Congrats to Joshua82 on Instagram for winning the free spot on that one. See if we can keep the streak going of the free spot getting a Hall of Famer. I feel like free spot's been doing a little better the last couple months. That's maybe the 3rd Hall of Famer we've hit on the free one. All right. 6 randoms coming your way. All right, here is a 1 random. Here's 2. 3. Yeah, you bet, Explosive. That was 4. This is 5. And 6. Steve Strauss on top. Alan Roth closing us out there. Okay, let's swap that view back again. Classic TV design from 55. Card number 1 leads off with Hall of Famer Hoyt Wilhelm. Now, the missing cards in 55 tops, as well as kind of the weird checklist in the 55 Bowman, is because the contract disputes between Tops and Bowman over imaging rights. Bill Rizzuto going to Jonathan Rosina. You know, Top said, "Well, we'll just leave these dudes out who we don't have the rights to." Bowman was like, "Hey, call up the umpire, see if they want a card." Jonathan Rosina, give the Nelly Fox. But well, out of order here, backing up to Roy Campanella. Going to Jackson Merchant. Al Kalines after that. Going to Chris Gongi. With Minoso. Going to Roy Letbetter. Of course, last year of Bowman that's produced in the vintage era. Tops buys them out December of 1955. Red Shane Deant's going to Joey Plumley. And Topps revived Bowman, you know, kind of serve as a prospecting set in 1989. Pee Wee Reese, going to Rocky Peterson. Early win, going to Andrew Perez. Whitey Ford. I think he's 59. Yeah. Going to Gerald Pauley. Don Larson is 67. Going to John Lapertosa. Hey, there's that free spot popping up. So Joshua, you got Don Zimmer, card number 65. Elston Howard is 68, going to Michael Mayville. Johnny Podres. Podres is 97. Going to Patrick Sturgeon. Right. Junior Gilliam, going to Michael Newman. Ed Matthews, 103. Going to Jonathan Rosina. Richie Ashburn is 130. Going to Jim Hammernick. One of the things I really like about 55 Bowman, you guys know I'm a sucker for background action, but like the poles, the wall in the background, get a lot of good background photography in the 55 Bowman. Bob Feller going to Kevin Kelly. Gil Hodges, he's 158. Going to Patrick Sturgeon. Yogi, PSA 5 on Yogi. Great photograph. One of my favorite Yogi cards. 168. Going to John Penix. It's like the way he's centered between the lights. Erskine. Oh, not Erskine. Robin Roberts. Going to Jackson Merchant. Hammer and Hank Aaron is up next. 179. Going to Patrick Sturgeon. Nice break, Patrick. Snagging some good ones. PSA 4 on the Hank. Means Willie Mays is up next. PSA 3.5. I don't know that I showed the backs yet, but here's our back design. Mostly bio. A little bit of stat summary on the right side. Kind of a card form, which is fun. All right. 184. Go to Tony Cipriano. Nice hit, Tony. Getting that early Willie Mays card. Bob Lemon. Going to Jonathan Rosina. Ralph Kiner, 197. Going to Jackson Merchant. Nice break, Jackson. Showing up, showing out. The Mick. PSA 4. Card 202 going to James Hop. Nice hit, James. Great Mickey Mantle card to add to your collection. Right, handful of cards hits left to show. George Kell going to Josh Bailey. As I mentioned before, a lot of these umpires are worth the price of admission, even if I'm not showing them. Don't just toss them in the common bin. McKinley here, American League ump. Going to Patrick. We do have Ernie, PSA 4 on the Banks, 242. It's going to Andy Dinger. Nice hit, Andy. Tom Alston, 157. All Cardinal rookie going to Kevin Kelly. Barlick, another umpire. Where'd he go, though? Oh, right there in front of my face. 265, going to Andy Dinger. Honachik, going to John Lapertosa. It's Chilak. Going to Mark Stemmerman. A few more umps to show here. Warnicki's, 299. Going to Jason Francis. With Conlin, he's 303. Going to Mark Stemmerman. These are pretty nice ump cards overall. The Feature 5 Bowman set is super nice overall. Donatelli, going to Kevin Kelly. You know, and the umps are fun. You don't get them really in any other set that I can think of. Get the ump supervisor here even. Hubbard going to Randy Jones. So, fun set. Feature 5 is a great year. You got the Tops, you got the Bowman. We haven't done a Tops doubleheader in a while where, you know, it's got the fold down. We need to do one of those as well. But anyways, that's all I got for tonight. Keep an eye out later this week for some singles I'll be posting on social media, as well as probably a mixer break coming up on Friday. And I'll probably let you know the plans for the summer as well. So should have a full schedule available for you by the end of the week. So should be good stuff. Appreciate you all. This is Burl signing off.